Wrestling fans, this Sunday, we are witnessing what is supposed to be WWE's most exciting pay-per-views on the calendar year. This Sunday, wrestling fans, we are supposed to witness the true start of the road to WrestleMania. This Sunday, we will witness, according to WWE, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, go through a tear through 29 other competitors in the Royal Rumble matchup. We are going to discuss that, plus so much more, including The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan, right here on this preview and predictions. But first, you all do me a favor before we start this podcast. Go down below and hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so you can get all notifications. If you are a subscriber, go down, make sure you still are one, very important, and make sure you are still notified with that very bell. It is important, and it is appreciated by me and everybody that you see on this channel from time to time. Tomorrow, SmackDown review, Jason Funny will be on it. Tune into it. Should be a treat. Also, the review of the Royal Rumble will be here this coming Sunday. So look forward to that as well. Now, let's dive into the Royal Rumble, shall we? 30 men. Brock Lesnar, number one. WWE Championship not on the line, which pretty much tells us, wrestling fans, that he is not winning the Royal Rumble matchup. Okay? He's entering at number one, and whoever dumps him over the top rope and makes him land onto the arena floor is facing him at WrestleMania. Wrestling fans, let's be perfectly clear. Is this the first time that we have seen the WWE Championship, the WWE Champion, inside the Royal Rumble? No. No. Let's think back. Let's remember 2016. Vince McMahon sticking Roman Reigns number one when Roman Reigns defended the WWE Championship in the Royal Rumble matchup. WWE forgotten that? I guess so. What about 1992? Now granted, there was no WWE champion at that Royal Rumble matchup, but the title was on the line. Whoever won was going to be crowned the undisputed new WWE champion. WWE fans remember that kind of stuff. Now, who stands the best chance in winning this year's men's Royal Rumble matchup? Really is a big toss-up, if you ask me. I personally think they are still waiting to do something with AJ Styles. Is it going to be him? Probably not. Probably not. Why? Because of the Roman Empire. Roman Reigns. Look what they're doing with the big dog at the Royal Rumble. This is the epitome of Vince McMahon's year for the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Whether the wrestling fans enjoy it or whether the wrestling fans do not. Look at what they're doing. Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere street fight. Wrestling fans, who is going to win this matchup? Honestly, who's going to win? In a matchup like this, it is made for the heel to win. Especially when Baron Corbin, or King Corbin, has so many allies. Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, The Revival. He has so many allies. How many allies does Roman Reigns really have? Let's think. The Usos. That's it. With that being said, wrestling fans, take the Usos out of the equation, and what do you have? The winner, King Corbin. Mr. Cringeworthy, take him off TV himself. King Corbin victorious in the matchup. And what happens at the Royal Rumble match? Roman Reigns either comes within an eyelash of winning the Royal Rumble match, or wrestling fans, he wins the whole thing. He wins the whole thing. Now, will he come out as number 2? Probably not. Probably not, wrestling fans. But I could see him winning it this year. Now, let me make this perfectly clear. In my estimation, do I find this to be a positive for the Roman Reigns character if Vinnie Mac books it the way I just laid it out? No. Vince McMahon has a death sentence on the Roman Reigns character if he books it that way. Why? Think back to 2015, 2016, so on and so forth. What happened? Roman Reigns put in the Royal Rumble. How was all that booked? Everybody that was booked in that matchup, League of Nations, everything, absolutely ruined it. The Authority booked into it where it was a guaranteed victory for Roman Reigns. The Rock couldn't even save that matchup. What did they have to do? They had to start all over again. 2016, Triple H won, all that stuff. Nobody wanted the big dog to be victorious. Do we really want to go through all that stuff again? I don't want to, and I'm sure nobody out there wants to either. The one thing to keep in mind, wrestling fans, is we are hearing more cheers for Roman Reigns. Whether you like him or you don't like him, we are hearing more cheers. And why in the world do we want to go backwards? And if anybody important out there is listening to me right now, is watching me right now, keep that in mind. But it looks like you backed yourself into a corner. Now, let's dive into the rest of the card, including Sheamus versus Shorty G. Sheamus versus Shorty G. Now, you mean to tell me this is the best you can do for one of the undercard matches? A match that's a guaranteed Sheamus win. Guaranteed. There are so many rivalries out there that could be more important. If this makes the main card, I'm surprised. This better make the pre-show. Shorty G versus Sheamus better be on the pre-show. That's all I can say about that. I mean, honestly. Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo for the United States Championship. Going to be an excellent, great, grand, wonderful, fan, bloody-tastic of a matchup. It better be on the main card. It better be an instant classic matchup. You producers back there, do not make them hold anything back. One match that I would have liked to have seen, especially now that Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy are the new Raw Tag Team Champions, is those two taking on some type of formation, whether it would have been the Big Show and Kevin Owens, or the Big Show and Samoa Joe, or KO and Samoa Joe, something of that nature. Have that as a tag team matchup, or have those two taking on the Viking Raiders for the tag team championship matchup, or even have AOP taking on any type of formation that I just mentioned. That is a storyline that would be worth watching at the Royal Rumble. Instead, you give us Shorty G versus Sheamus. Something we didn't even see on SmackDown last week. Might see it tomorrow night. I'm recording this on Thursday, the night before the go-home show of SmackDown. But so far, I have not been impressed with Sheamus versus Shorty G rivalry. I just haven't. Becky Lynch versus Asuka. Guaranteed. Going to be an awesome matchup. Guaranteed Becky Lynch win. There's going to be one woman to take that women's championship away from her, and it's going to be, Charlotte Flair. I really don't have anything else to say about that. Becky Lynch and Asuka are going to bring out the best in each other. Mark my words. Lacey Evans versus Bayley. Okay. Whatever. I don't care, and I'm sure you all don't care either. It's not worth talking about. It's not worth even bringing up. Who cares? And finally, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. taking on Daniel Bryan. There's a part of me that wants Daniel Bryan to become the new Universal Champion. And then there's a part of me that just wants Bray Wyatt to remain the Universal Champion. There's a part of me that can see WWE, Vince McMahon, having Roman Reigns beat Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. And then there's another part of me that could see Daniel Bryan defeating Bray Wyatt, and we have ourselves Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns. Now the only thing about that is, wrestling fans, if they do that, Roman Reigns would turn into the heel, because people would cheer for Daniel Bryan, for the most part, over the big dog. It just will happen. Which tells me Vinnie Mac might lean towards the Fiend. You let me know what you're thinking in the comments below about everything. And don't forget to do everything that I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast. It'd be much appreciated. Don't forget about tomorrow night. Jason Funny will be on here. It'll be a good time. It'll be funny. It'll be great. It'll be grand. It'll be wonderful. It'll be fantastic. And go back and watch anything you missed. And of course, until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.